McLean with 17 thus far in the first half. Ward flashes in the lane and finger rolls it home.
That was a nice pass. They did a great job getting loose.
Gadsden, power move, lost the basketball and shot it over the top of the backboard. Now they're going to say that Tulsa got a piece.
2-point ball game. Rockford has come back. Done a very good job.
Trying to keep it interesting here and stay in the ball game. Slaughter uncontested with a high archer for 3.
Somebody's got to get out on Jose. You know, he's a pretty good catcher in high school. I thought he might go that route. If you catch and throw somebody out, you can make some money.
Yeah, they don't ask you to hit that much as a catcher. Overplay that time on the reach around by Gadsden. He gets whistled.
All right, let's pick it up. Postmen leaning on each other. That usually results in a foul. You got to call this one. Officials have gotten into the tempo of the game, though. The major complaints haven't been much. The coaches are going to work the officials. That's part of it. Bibby just got one.
Spivey back to shoot the penalty now.
It's an interesting building. Did a couple of kick fights here. They like it. They like this sport.
They like you too.
I don't know about that.
He's riding along with Irv Brown. CBA playoff action in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Boy, I wonder if Mannion is going to see Dexter Shouse in his dreams.
Mannion all the way inside, back to Gadsden with a free jumper. Rim no good, and Gibson with a rebound. Matthews at the controls, lost the handle, but they're going to say it was slapped out of bounds.
Numbers were pretty good that time. They just couldn't finish.
Well, Rockford's done a nice job of making it a half-court basketball game, which is, I think, to their advantage.
Well, much better decisions. Of course, it helps when McLean is just going wild as he has in this period.
Out of the corner for 3. Gibson and Ward try to keep it alive. Spivey goes down. Richmond dunks it home with the big left hand, and Spivey going to have to hobble back down the floor.
Well, we'll just have to see if he's right. That's a 5-point lead.
Shouse for 3, that won't go, and all of a sudden this one's turned around some. And Henry Bibby trying to convince his team of what he wants them to do as he calls for a timeout, a 22nd time.
They're going to have to get Spivey out of there, it looks like. Can't even walk over. He's still trying to get to the sideline. Rockford, led by McLean, has totally dominated the last 3 minutes of this game.
All right, one more time for the CBA Player of the Year, the AT&T phone poll. Those are the numbers to call. It's only 60 cents a call, and every 10 minutes at random. One person is selected and given an ESPN banner, and we'll be giving you the results later on for the CBA Player of the Year, the AT&T Player of the Year. And, of course, we'll show you at halftime a little bit highlight-wise of what each player has done this year. And it's great for the CBA fans to get an opportunity to select the Player of the Year on the AT&T poll.
Yeah. I think it gets them involved. See what kind of decision down this time the Orange makes. It's been their basketball game in this period.
Trailed after the opening quarter, 27-22, but they've turned it around here. This one for pride more than anything else. Rockford's playing very well at this stage. Mannion, ball away from 15, and Pace Mannion connects.
Keep in mind, the guy is 6'7", got that good range, and he gives his team a 7-point lead.
Dwayne Washington reinserted for Henry Bibby's Tulsa Fast Breakers. Ward off the screen, that won't go.
They've gone to the jump shot, Denny, and it's killing them. They better go inside and make the officials make a call.
Gibson pump fake, bodies in, and finally hits the jumper.
Well, that's what it takes when things aren't going well.
Slaughter into the lane. Nice no-look pass, and Richmond with another monster jam.
Big Mike played at Hobbs Junior College. He looked good from South Philly.
Seven-point advantage for the Lightning. And you're right, Tulsa's been shooting the jump shot here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, they have had 4 shot selections.
Gibson off the wing, and it's 1 shot and a rebound for Rockford. 3-on-3. Mannion looks around, kicks it to Jose on the wing. steal by McLean, who stepped in late.
That's where Gibson gets in the jam, though. He never should have thrown the pass. You got to be a little more aware of who's playing defense to get it back, but Alton didn't have a good decision there.
Dwayne Washington says, no, we're not going to run it up and down. We're going to set up the offense.
Change their offense. Gibson stand on the outside. Great stuff. Gadsden.
Spalding sandwich, or should I say a Wilson delight, huh? And there's a timeout on the floor with 2:01 left here in the opening half. 51-44, and the fast breakers right now being shut down.
It's quiet now at your Boland's dealer, but in a few minutes there'll be a real crowd in here. Your Boland's dealer is busy marking down prices on all mulching mowers, rear-engine riders, Suburban, and Duratrac tractors. Now you can't afford to own the very best. Don't miss this one. At these prices, there's no telling when this sale can be repeated. Stop in today.
Boland's. Now you can afford to own the very best.
See your local Boland's dealer today.
You told me about the great jobs in the National Business Employment Weekly.
And the help in landing them, and doing better on the job.
So I really owe my new job to you?
Well...
Thank you, sweetheart.
Get the National Business Employment Weekly at your newsstand or order by credit card and get 8 issues by first-class mail for $35. Call 800-332-0300. 800-332-0300. The National Business Employment Weekly.
Don't make a career move without it.
It's time to play ball.
Unbelievable play!
ESPN puts you in a box seat for live college baseball featuring the nation's top teams and heaviest hitters. Slick fielding Ole Miss battles their SEC rivals, the Kentucky Wildcats, on a special Monday night edition of college baseball at 8 Eastern, live on ESPN.
51-44. Rockford trying to pull off an upset here in game number 4. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit, but they're trying to send it to game number 5.
I'll tell you, it's been a good lineup. Gadsden and Slaughter have really done some good things in here. Pace Mannion plays forever. He doesn't need any rest.
Rockford shooting 61% thus far in the opening half.
Something unusual. When Bibby got the technical, normally you think that'll spark your ball club. Instead, it goes the other way, 13-6 run. Nice block.
Another block by Gadsden, and Spivey whistled for the foul.
Gadsden has been terrific. He's one of the great leapers ever. You know, there's a lot of guys can jump. Look for those guys who jump quickly, and that's what Gadsden does.
Two-man game out front. There's the double team. Spivey with a steal and the jam.
What happened to that sore leg? He limped over there, took him a day. Looked like Jimmy Brown getting up from a tackle. Then he goes and jams one.
Then a steal by Ward, who can't control it. He's into the first row of the seats. Well, maybe the Spivey dunk will ignite the fast breaker.
I want to see Joe Ward, Jumping Joe Ward and Gadsden have a jumping contest. Jumping Joe once won 6-night goaltending.
Mel Gibson, that one clearly on the way down. Rejects it, but it costs him 2.
There's been some defensive gaps out there for Tulsa, though. That was too easy a shot. That's why Henry Bibby's upset. They haven't played the defense that we've seen, and they're down 7.
Matthews off the screen. And he drills it.
Three-pointer gets you suddenly right back into it.
4-point basketball game. Richmond ball away from 15. No go, and over the top the ball squirts away. Nice position by Gibson.
I'm not sure Charlie wanted that shot from Mike. A little out of his range. Pace Mannion talks to him about it. Give it to your scores when it's crucial like this. Matthews just hit a 3.
Washington shopping for West. Again from the other side.
He did that to give him an 8-point lead, and now he's got him back to within 1.
Well, this one's been back and forth thus far in half number 1. McLean, baseline jumper right, back at you.
When it gets sticky, the good ones are supposed to rise to the occasion. And certainly, one of the good ones has been McLean. Mannion just shoved Matthews, and Donnie Baden does a good job stopping it. Boy, you just hope this thing doesn't explode. No love lost. Now Bibby and Rosen are over there yelling at each other. Rosen says Bibby has crossed the line. Let's pick it up. There was the contact. Now they'll come back. Mannion, well, there's the elbow by West. It's wild now. On the side. Let's let the officials sort it out. Well, it's no fun officiating now with two coaches getting after each other.
Matthews will head to the free throw line.
Well, that lead is all but gone. It's a 3-point lead.
There have been some heated exchanges, and Mannion gets whistled for the personal foul. And he is not happy with the call.
They got a technical. And then the 1 plus the penalty.
West now with 10 straight three-pointers and the free shot.
Well, he has the last 8 points.
Full court pressure, a steal by Ward, and he hits the basket.
You talk about scoring 9 points in a matter of a minute. That's exactly what happened.
Well, they're starting to get a little riled up here in Tulsa. And Ward hits the three-point play. This one's really turned around. Richmond across the timeline. Gadsden tries to take it. Duncan, Richmond with a follow.
Good little stick back by Mike. We're tied again. Last shot of the half coming up.
Well, both teams have had their share of the lead here in the first half.
Yeah, they really have. And the game really has turned into a good one. In the beginning, they were playing hard but couldn't get anything done. Look at the action on the post. These two guys.
Spivey checks the clock. Turnaround jumper, and he hits it. And he is also fouled. Well, you've got all the storylines developed here.
There it is. Looking for the last shot. Spivey had looked up. Used to play for Charlie Rosen. Gets hit on the elbow. Baden with the call. He can make it a 3-point lead. They were down 8. They scored 11 points so quick.
Spivey makes it. And it's a 3-point lead. Jose trying to tie it from long range. And just barely misses at the buzzer. Well, we've seen a little bit of everything thus far in this one. As both benches and coaches head to their respective locker rooms, and it'll give them a chance to cool off a little bit. Charlie Rosen has the troops following him, and he'll do his best. He's done an outstanding job of getting them ready here for game number 4.
There's Spivey. Then he'll come out and jam it. We saw that early. He's coming out to do something. We'll figure that out, but he is.
All right, we'll be back with more of halftime here from Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the Fast Breakers lead at the intermission 60-57.
You can have AT&T without spending a lot of money, and you can have the best quality in the world. So it makes for a smart business decision to come back and look. No reason in the world someone can't call and say, I want you to look at this bill because I want to make sure I'm getting the very best value. And that's part of the service we offer. We're not afraid to stand up to that. We clearly have competitive prices. I mean, just come and look, compare. You've got to look at what we have to offer.
Hold it, ho, ho, ho. So you're gonna finally meet Cindy, huh? Tonight. Good. So first impressions are very important. I think. Okay. Now, imagine. Lights are low, the music's soft. Knock the door opens up. Somebody's out there doing this. What is this? She's got dandruff? No, you have dandruff. No. Yes, you do. I shampoo every day. You can shampoo your brains out with regular shampoo. Wouldn't matter. Brains out? Yeah, well, so use that. Head and Shoulders? Works for me, my friend. But you don't have dandruff. Exactamundo!
Head and Shoulders, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
I suppose you were expecting someone else.
A few words on business and change.
The Journal's a daily, and that gives you a real competitive advantage. It's very tough out there, but it's also very exciting. We want to be the best ally that you've got.
Today's Wall Street Journal. Faster, tougher, smarter. Call 800-372-3000 for this special Journal offer. 12 weeks, just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. Call 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
It's halftime in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Fast breakers have fought their way back to a 3-point advantage. This one has been wild thus far, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, it really has. It's kind of been fun. And those tempers got a little heated for a while, but I thought we had some people that really came on after a very sloppy start. Really like what Spivey did for his ball club. And Wes Matthews, the other side of the coin. Carmichael kept them in it early, and then McLean just took over the basketball game late. This one could go anywhere. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, you have to admire the Rockford Lightning because they have really bounced back here in game number 4. It'd be very easy after getting beat the first 3 games to kind of come in and give it the effort. And if you weren't close early, well, don't worry about it. But they have really fought tooth and nail here in the opening half.
Well, you make a very good point, too. When you lose a Jim Lampley, Presley gets called up, Bannister's gone. So it's easy to just say, well, we have no shot. That hasn't been the case. They've played very hard.
Well, let's talk about some of those outstanding highlights that we had here in the opening 24 minutes.
Well, the left-hander McLean has done everything here with a solid assist to Mike Richmond, and Richmond with the tomahawk jam. And once again, McLean was able to zero in and key it and get it done for his ball club. Now this is what will lead to the technical foul. Things got a little heated inside. There's the call. They end up getting a technical foul after that. We've had 2, one on Pace Mannion, one on Henry Bibby.
Well, they've turned out an outstanding crowd here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I have a feeling there are going to be a few more jammed in the building before this one's all over. We'll be back with more halftime right after this.
Get ready.
Red 98!
Look out! It's coming your way. The all-time smash hit, show-stopping video. The NFL's greatest hits. And it's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, the magazine that's a sure hit every week. Call this number now and get all the best action, greatest stars, and biggest plays from the files of NFL films. And it's all rolled up into 45 minutes that will knock you over again and again. But you'll keep getting up for more. And more, and more. And you can get your hands on it all free. Plus, you won't miss out on the 25th anniversary edition of the famous swimsuit issue. It's an entire issue devoted to 25 years of the best in swimwear. And you'll save over 47% off the cover price. 25 issues payable in 3 monthly installments of only $9.89 each. And you can charge it. Get your free video, the swimsuit issue, and save on SI by calling now. 1-800-777-2100.
Train number 12, now entering the station. Okay, this is us.
Excuse me, bud. Hey, watch it, bud.
That seat taken? No, go ahead, bud. Hey, hold the door!
Presenting Budweiser Long Necks to go in handy 6 and 12
Get
packs.
off there? You done with that paper? Flight 12 now boarding.
Come on, bud.
Want a window or an aisle?
Window, bud.
Excuse me, bud.
Hey, just in the overhead. Not smoking, bud.
Is this a dinner flight?
Presenting Budweiser Long Necks to go in handy 12
Hey, check out the window. Commuter flight.
and 6 packs.
You can eat those peanuts?
Every year, more and more American businesses who buy computers buy Apple computers. And no one's been putting those Apple computers on America's desks longer than Computerland. In fact, no one's put more computers on America's desks, period. Computerland. Business to business, person to person.
And where else could you hear outstanding country western music but in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma? Fans being entertained here by a local band. Time now for our NBA notebook piece on a player named Tony Campbell, who went from a CBA championship team to an NBA championship team. Every basketball player has a dream of someday playing on a championship team. In 1988, Tony Campbell's dream came true twice. Saying that Tony had had a successful season in the CBA with the Albany Patroons would be a gross understatement. He averaged more than 23 points per game, led the league with a free throw percentage of 86%, and had the best field goal percentage in league history. It was certainly no surprise when Tony Campbell was voted the AT&T CBA Player of the Year for 1988. As if individual honors weren't enough, Tony was also a major force in leading his Albany team in their drive to the CBA championship. But another team needed Tony's services even more. The world champion Los Angeles Lakers were fighting hard to defend their title and decided that Tony Campbell was a necessary part of that title defense. Tony made an immediate impact to the Lakers and led all scorers in 3 of the 13 games he played, as the Lakers went on to win another world championship, and Tony was part of his second championship team.
I think it's great that he's in the NBA and out of my hair. I think at Albany he's just an awesome scorer, and he played so hard against us. The thing that amazed me about Tony Campbell is he was probably one of the best offensive rebounders, small forwards I've ever seen in the CBA. And he used to get on the backside of that rim and just pound the boards, and it's very difficult to play against.
Denny Schreiner along with Irv Brown, halftime. Tulsa leads by 3, and that Tony Campbell, an outstanding player and still doing well in the NBA with the Lakers. You think they can win another one?
I don't know. You know, Pat Riley said that they're not playing as well as they have, and Phoenix is chasing them. I kind of like that Detroit ball club myself.
Yeah, I had a chance to see them the other night, and they're playing outstanding at this point in time. But long way to go in the NBA. Of course, we're closing in on the finish of the CBA Championship Series. This, of course, being game number 4. But Rockford in a position where they're trying to extend things a little bit.
Well, I thought that they had a terrific effort in the first half. What really hurt is what Wes Matthews did. Matthews just took over the basketball game the last minute and 37 seconds.
Well, now it's time for you, watching at home, to pick the AT&T CBA Player of the Year. It's up to you to make the right choice. The league's coaches have nominated the top 5 CBA players. Each player has his own phone number. Call the phone number of the player you think is the CBA Player of the Year. The player getting the most calls wins the AT&T CBA Player of the Year award. Here are your choices. Anthony Bowie of the Quad City Thunder averaged 21 points per game and led his team in scoring. To vote for Anthony Bowie, you would call 1-900-260-6301. And what a sensational season he has had. And, of course, Andrew Kennedy of the Rapid City Thrillers led his team to the Western Division title during the regular season, averaging 19 points per contest. To vote for Andrew Kennedy, call 1-900-260-6302. Pace Mannion of the Rockford Lightning led the club in scoring and assists, averaging over 40 minutes per game. To vote for Pace Mannion, call 1-900-260-6303. Brooke Steppe of the Pensacola Tornadoes led the CBA in scoring, averaging 26 points. To vote for Brooke Steppe, the number that you'll want to dial up right now is 1-900-260-6304. And the 5th and final choice is Clint Wheeler of the Rapid City Thrillers, finishing 2nd in the CBA in assists and 3rd in steals. To vote for Clint Wheeler, call 1-900-260-6305 right now. Who do you think is the right choice? We want to hear from you because every vote counts. We'll announce the winner after, or I should say later, in this telecast. Here again are all the numbers that you want to call for each of the individual players. We want you to give us a call. Each call is 60 cents, and every 10 minutes, one caller is picked at random. And, of course, if you're picked, you win a free ESPN banner. And we'll give you those results later on in this CBA championship game. We'll be back with more basketball action from Tulsa, Oklahoma, right after this.
Introducing Minivac, the amazing miniature cleaning system designed to take on hundreds of chores no ordinary tools can handle. Minivac cleans away dust from camera lenses, computer keyboards, figurines, or stereo equipment. Minivac's powerful motor vacuums away dust and dirt. It comes with 2 wand attachments, 2 ultra-soft brush nozzles.